guess there was a lot of hurt and disappointment in the dressing room after the Blackpool game last week. And how have the players been around the training ground in the last few days?
Well, as you can expect, on Monday morning when we first came in, it was a bit of a quiet atmosphere around the training ground, but we had a brief conversation, meeting about a few things, what we needed to do, reflected on the things that we didn't do very well at the weekend, but that's gone. That's the one thing that we focused on, that you cannot affect what's happened in the past, and what you do is you try and affect the future, you try and learn from the past, and you make sure that you try and put right what went wrong in the previous game. And the players have trained well since then. I think there's been a few things that have been said. Obviously, the criticism that has come the players' way because of the performance. And you've got to accept when criticism comes your way, because you go throughout your careers and not everything going as well as you like to do. But it's how you react to things, and that'll be the thing that everybody will be looking for now. Myself, supporters, everybody connected with our club, because is a reaction from a hugely disappointing result at the weekend.
And I suppose when you wanted to look for that positive bounce back, that response, obviously it's a good thing, I guess, to be at home, on home soil this Thursday.
Well, definitely, and people have spoken about the past that our form hasn't been particularly good all season, but all I look at is the last two games. Wigan, we deserved something out of it when we lost in the last minute of injury time, and then we beat Gillingham. So the home form hasn't been too bad, and we've got 5 of the next 7 games at home. But all we need to do is focus on Shrewsbury Town. We've got to focus on the next thing, and that's home game, and we have to do the basics right, which we certainly didn't do at the weekend, because we have to do it against any team, but most notably have to do it against a team like Shrewsbury, because they've got up to the top reaches of the division because of the hard work, intensity and desire of the group, and that can stand you in a long way, as it's been proved by where they are in the divisions.
And as you mentioned, their opponents, Shrewsbury Town, this Thursday night. I mean, it's safe to say they've obviously overachieved this season, had an absolutely fantastic campaign so far. Are they kind of a shining example of what can be done when you put that endeavour, that teamwork and that hard-working nature on the pitch all together?
Well, without a shadow of doubt, that team ethic that they've got, that spirit, that work rate that they've got in abundance is there for everybody to see. Whether they're overachieved or not, I'm sure they'll start the season thinking they can get promoted like every other club, but based on the previous season, probably not anything that was going to be a close idea of being successful. But ultimately, they will have had that ambition at the start of the season. Every team should start the season with the ambition of getting promoted. People have expected them to fall away, and ultimately they haven't done, because they kept on doing the basics right and ultimately enjoying on this sort of run that they've been on.
As we mentioned there, Shrewsbury obviously losing Wembley last weekend in that Checkatrade Trophy final. Are you expecting any Wembley hangover come Thursday night from them?
Look, I haven't got a clue what Paul's going to be doing. I would think if I was the manager of them, having lost at Wembley, I would be saying let's have a motivation for the rest of the season to get promoted, and that will certainly take away any gloom that they've had about losing at Wembley. So I'm sure they'll be looking to win every game from now to end of the season, keep the pressure on Blackburn and Wigan, but it's what we do. I'm not really bothered about the opposition. I am respectful of them, and I know the strengths and weaknesses, but it's about what we go and do, and we have to get the best out of the group that we've got. Whoever's available after a few injuries and knocks that we've had, whoever's picked to wear that shirt, have to wear it with pride and do whatever's required to get a result.
One of the positives from last weekend at Blackpool was the return of Tyrell Robinson from injury. Is there any other of the lads obviously currently on the injury list that are maybe getting close to making their own return?
Lundy's joined back in the last day or so. There's probably more that have ended up on the treatment table from Saturday's game than actually closer to playing. So we're going to be down to the bare bones pretty much so. But ultimately, whoever wears the shirt, again, whether it's an 18-year-old, a 25-year-old, 35-year-old, go out and make sure you do something to impress people, and that's what will be a clear message to the team that's ever picked on whatever's picked on Thursday night.
You mentioned it there, that obviously there was a couple of knocks picked up in that Blackpool game. I'm guessing obviously they're probably still a concern going into this Thursday night.
Well, there'll be players that have not trained since the game at the weekend. There'll be players that will have fitness tests, I'm pretty sure, on the morning of the game, and that's we're giving one or two every opportunity to be fit, and that's what we have to do when we haven't got the biggest of squads. So again, if we're with people, then brilliant. If we're without lads, well, the players have to step up to the mark and produce performances to win the game.